Wow Fairy Tales.
Once upon a time, in a peaceful village, there lived a kind farmer named Dominic. His parents passed away prematurely, left him a small garden with a hovel in the corner of the garden. Dominic was really hardworking. He worked from early in the morning to late at night. Day after day of trying to take care of his garden, finally Dominic could have a wonderful and green garden. Every day, after taking care of the garden, Dominic brought vegetables and fruits to the market to sell them. His vegetables and fruits were all fresh. Therefore, his stall was always full of customers. Until one day, when he sold his goods out and was about to go back home, he noticed an old woman who was in rags in the corner of the market. She was selling something, but no one cared. And of course, no one bought her goods. They even chased her away, because they thought that the old woman would bring bad luck to them with her ragged appearance.
Hey, the ragged old woman, stay away from me and my stall. I haven't been able to sell anything because of you.
Feeling sorry for her, Dominic came closer to ask after the old woman. Then he gave her some gold coins to help. How long have you been sitting there? You haven't been able to sell anything, right? I don't want to buy anything, but you can keep this money to get something to eat.
Thank you, kind guy. I have this tinderbox for you. It can help you whenever you have difficulties.
Dominic was surprised, but he still took the tinderbox that the old woman gave him. It's a beautiful tinderbox in gold color. After that, he put the tinderbox in his pocket. Then he thanked the old woman and quickly left. Everything kept going peacefully. Dominic's business ran smoothly. He finally could afford a better house for himself in replacement for the hovel before, and he totally forgot about the existence of the tinderbox. But things would never be peaceful forever. When everything was about to support Dominic, then one day a flood came and swept out the village. All the properties of the villagers had gone, and the garden and the house of Dominic were not the exceptions. Dominic sat there with a stone face. He knew nothing to do, and he could only gather all the broken pieces left. Suddenly, he saw something was glowing in one corner of the mess. That was the light from the gold tinderbox of the old woman. He recalled all the things the old woman had told him. He immediately used that tinderbox. A smoke rose. Then a man appeared.
Hello, I'm the one who have lived in that tinderbox for such a long time, waiting for someone to come and free me. And now you are my master. I can fulfill any of your wish.
Really? That's great. Can you bring my house and my garden back like before? I really don't know what to do. The god confidently said.
It's really simple to me.
He swung his hand to cast a spell. In a second, the house and the garden were back to normal, like nothing had happened. Dominic was really delighted. He exclaimed, thank you so much. Although Dominic could get all the things back, he would never forget all of his neighbors. He used much of his properties to help the villagers who had to suffer from the consequences of the flood. And everything was gradually back to normal. Dominic brought vegetables and fruits to sell at the market again. One day, suddenly, Dominic saw people were gathering together to see the notice on the wall. He was so curious that he came closer to see. It turned out that the king wanted to select a husband for the princess, but he only allowed the princes of the neighbor kingdoms to take part in, and normal people would not have a chance to attend. As soon as Dominic saw the notice, he knew that he was falling in love with the beautiful princess. From that day, he dreamed about the princess every day. He suddenly remembered that he could ask for help of the god in the tinderbox when he immediately used it to summon the god. The god said,
My master, you have something to ask me?
Sir, I want to meet and talk to the princess every day. No sooner had he finished his last words, the god casted a spell again, and in just a second, the princess appeared right in front of him. The princess was startled while seeing Dominic. She asked,
Where am I? And who are you?
Your Highness, I'm the one who sells fruits and vegetables at the market. I really admire your beauty and intelligence, so I asked my guardian angel to bring you here to have an opportunity to talk with you. The princess was really surprised at first, but after a while she felt more comfortable, and they kept on talking to each other until the next morning. And things kept going that way. Every evening, the princess was brought to Dominic's room by the god to meet him. Then, before the sun rose, the princess would be sent back to the palace. The two young people gradually fell in love with each other. The princess became happier than ever. Her maid asked her when seeing that,
Your Highness, what makes you happy these days? I can see you smile all the day.
with her honesty, the princess told the whole story to the maid.
Recently, there has been a god who came here and brought me to the house of Dominic, a kind man who sells fruit at the market. I feel really comfortable when talking to him.
But the princess didn't expect that the maids had reported this story to the king. The king was really angry. He ordered the soldier to find Dominic.
Soldier, go to Dominic's house and bring him to execution place.
Yes, sir.
The villagers rumored while seeing Dominic was transferred to the execution place. They didn't understand why such a good man as Dominic could be treated like that.
Why can Dominic be executed? It's weird.
It's really strange. What did he do to become an executing prisoner? Before being executed, he wished very much to smoke a pipe, as it would be the last pipe he should ever smoke in the world. It was an innocent request, was often granted to a poor criminal before he suffered death.
Do you want to say something before you die?
I want to smoke the last pipe in this world.
All right, he can do this.
Dominic just waited for that. He used the tinderbox, the smoke rose, and then the god appeared as usual.
No one will be able to harm my master when I'm here. My master is a good man. He helped all the villagers after the flood. Why could you do that with such a kind man like my master?
Then he swung his hand. The executor was blown off the gallows. That's right. Dominic is our benefactor. He is not a bad man. The citizens below also insisted on supporting Dominic. Dominic! 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 Right after that, Dominic also explained why the princess still went to his place every day. Your Majesty, I'm just a farmer who has really admired the princess, so I asked this god to bring her to my place to have the opportunity to approach her. But I didn't force her and never had the intention to kidnap her. After the first meeting, I can feel that we were good together, and I also asked for her permission before bringing her there the next times.
Right, Father. Dominic is a kind guy, and I voluntarily went to his house to gossip every day. I feel really comfortable being with him.
Getting to know about Dominic and what he did to the villagers, the king could understand why he could get support of everyone. Even the princess also supported him.
Dominic, now I know that you're a really good man who is favored by everyone, and it seems like my daughter also loves you by all her heart. All right, I agree to marry her to you.
Their wedding took place in the palace of the king, with the presence and blessings of everyone. Sometime later, the king passed away. Dominic and the princess lived happily and ruled the kingdom in peace and prosperity forever after.